Of course, this guy would buy nearly $100 million of Bud Light. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Bill Gates purchasing nearly $100 million of Anheuser-Busch stock. And of course, Anheuser-Busch is the parent company of Bud Light. We all know what's going on with Bud Light. They reached out to Dylan Mulvaney, gave him a custom can, and then there was a big backlash. I think the sales of Bud Light have dipped by at least 25% over the past few months. It's been a disaster, not only for the Bud Light brand, but for Anheuser-Busch as a company. I mean, you're talking about layoffs have had people that gotten fired. It's been a mess. But I think what's happening here is Bill Gates is trying to make that money. He's trying to buy the dip. And what that means is when a stock goes down in price or plummets in price, for whatever the reason may be, the objective for a guy like Bill Gates is to come in and buy it at the absolute lowest point or as close to the lowest point as possible, trying to time it. And your thought process is that the stock will rebound. And when it rebounds, you can make a lot of money. That's probably what's going on. Now, before I go any further, we have an article to get through, and we're going to see just exactly how he purchased the stock. Okay, Bill Gates did not go to his Bank of America account with his debit card and take out $95 million and buy the stock that way. He did not buy it from his own personal pocket. He bought it in a creative way that's pretty interesting for my financial guys out there. But before we go any further, let's check out CNN and what they got to say about the whole situation. All righty, you see the headline: Bill Gates Foundation made a nearly $100 million bet on Bud Light. And you see that the keyword, foundation. So it's not just Bill Gates, period. It's his foundation. They brought all this stock in the beer company. Let's continue and get into a few more details. The article reads, Bud Light's parent company is having a miserable year, but there's at least one prominent investor who believes in Anheuser-Busch, Bill Gates' Foundation Trust. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Trust last quarter bought 1.7 million shares of Anheuser-Busch, valued at around $95 million, according to a regulatory filing, signaling that Gates has confidence in the beer company that has been dealing with a steep sales slump of one of its biggest beers. Now, to be clear, I think Bud Light was the king of its particular a slot of beer. I don't know all different kind of slots, but I think Bud Light was the undisputed boss, the undisputed king. But ever since Dylan Mulvaney, they've not been. It's been disastrous for the company. Let's continue here. Gates' Foundation Trust bought the stock around the time, I guess, AB Anheuser-Busch reported earnings that fully encompassed the fallout from Bud Light's partnership with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Its decision to send a customized beer can to, quote unquote, her sparked a transphobic backlash and alienated some of the company's core customer base. CNN got to be CNN talking about transphobic, all that kind of stuff, but maybe people just don't like that particular kind of branding. All right, it's just that simple. Is it transphobic, or maybe I just don't like it? It's okay to not like something and not be called phobic for it. But anyway, the company's subsequent response then angered members of the LGBTQ LMNP community. But Gates' trust has lost money on his investment so far. Anheuser-Busch's stock is down nearly 2% since the purchase. The stock is down about 7% for the year. Now, again, it's hard to time it. You want to buy the dip at the absolute lowest point of the stock price. But sometimes you wait too long for the stock to continue to fall, and then you miss it. So it's hard to time it perfectly. But I think he was trying to buy the dip. Now, when I say he was buying the dip, I mean his trust, his foundation. Now, I don't know how these things work. Financial guys, please help me out. I don't know how these things work. But is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation an entity that should be buying nearly $100 million of a beer company stock? Is that how that works? I thought they were philanthropists and went to Africa and did all kind of quote unquote good things. I thought they did that. I didn't know that they were in the business of buying the dip and trying to make money on beer company stocks. If y'all know anything about this situation and how these trusts and foundations work, y'all let me know in the comments. But to be clear, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Trust purchased the stock, and that trust is what's going to make the money. I don't know how that works. I don't really know how it's going to affect Bill Gates. I'm just asking questions. I'm not sure how it's going to affect Melinda. I don't know, but y'all let me know. Maybe it's one of those things where Bill Gates doesn't even run it. There are people who run the trust for him, and they are fiduciaries, and their whole objective and goal is to make money. Maybe Bill Gates is mentioned because it's his trust, but I digress. Now, we have a video we can get to here, and if you want to see any of what I've thrown on the screen, links will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. This is going to be kind of a reaction from Fox and some of their people. Let's see what they got to say about the situation.
Well, Bill Gates is betting big on a Bud Light comeback. He's acquired 1.7 million shares of Anheuser-Busch. Former Anheuser-Busch president of operations, Anson Ferrix, is here. Good to see you again, Anson. Thank you for coming in. Is Bill Gates making a mistake? What do you think?
Well, I think Bill Gates is definitely making a mistake. And earlier this year, he already made a $900 million mistake when he invested into one of Anheuser-Busch's largest rivals, Heineken. He did that earlier this year. And since...
Oh, that's funny. So you want to kind of like double dip. Okay, you invested in Heineken, then you're invested in Anheuser-Busch. Like, this right here is just rich guy activities. You're just trying to... Making money in the stock market, it can be better than making money in real estate. He's just trying to make money overall. Doesn't really care. It's no morals or anything like that going on. It's just, I'm here to make money. If Anheuser-Busch's stock was decimated because of a so-called transgender, transphobic thing, then so what? I'm going to make money regardless.
That investment, Heineken's down about 10%, whereas the broader markets are up 10%. So if I was looking for advice on investing into software companies, tech companies, I might go to Bill Gates. But if you're looking at the beer industry, he doesn't have a great track record of investing in winners at this point. And I think that for the company's sake, they'd probably be better off if maybe somebody who was more kind of the everyman type of person, maybe like a Rob Gronkowski or somebody like that, was investing into Anheuser-Busch, not necessarily somebody like Bill Gates that doesn't really resonate with sort of that common man, that everyday Bud Light beer drinker.
Well, is Anheuser-Busch still betting on its ESG woke ideology?
Well, at this point, they have yet to really clearly come out and say who they are actually brewing their beer for. There's one camp that says that Anheuser-Busch, they have a fiduciary responsibility to their shareholders and to take a look at just providing great products and services for their shareholders. That's the camp that I am in, and what I found a company called Strive Asset Management to do is make sure they're focused on shareholder value. There's another camp, this is in the BlackRock State Street Vanguard camp, that would have Anheuser-Busch focus on more stakeholders and stakeholder capitalism, having them not necessarily focus on shareholders, but on activists, political organizations, others. And we've really yet to see the CEO of Anheuser-Busch come out and say who they're going to be focused on and who they're going to be serving moving forward. Is it just going to be on just serving great beer that's cold and it's about football and backyard barbecues for customers, or are they going to be getting involved in these political issues? So I don't know what they're going to be doing. I'm hoping that moving forward, they're going to be focused on their shareholders so we can get this stock going back in the right direction. But I think that's yet to be seen.
Well, Bud Light, Disney, I mean, there are many examples now of companies that haven't done so well for their shareholders as a result of these ESG woke policies. And you mentioned your own company, Strive Asset Management. I mean, that, by the way, if you'd heard of it before, no offense to you, Anson, but it's probably because it was co-founded by somebody who's running for president, Vivek Ramaswamy, and you just passed the $1 billion
Interesting.
in assets point. So congratulations to you. It focuses on non-ESG style companies, right?
That's it. This is very simple. We started Strive Asset Management to really to solve a fiduciary breach that had been happening in the asset management industry. You had these large asset managers, again, BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, all investing client capital for really non-financial interests, environmental issues, social issues that had nothing to do with companies making money. And we at Strive, we just said we are going to create a new company that's going to act in the sole interest of maximizing shareholder returns and operating in the best financial interest of our clients. It's pretty simple. It's been an amazing last year. My co-founder, Vivek Ramaswamy, left earlier this year to obviously run for president of the United States. But we have an incredible team headquartered in Columbus, Ohio. We made a lot of great personnel additions earlier this year. We put in Matt Cole to be the CEO of the business. He's somebody who has deep asset management experience, has been doing a really nice job building relationships with wealth advisors, pension funds, and others, helping us now launch 11 different funds. And we passed $1 billion in assets, and hopefully we're going to be passing $2 billion here soon. We've got a lot of good.
Very, very interesting. Shout out to the rich guys, the rich guy activities. Very, very interesting. Shout out to Vivek and all these people, making money. That's really what it's all about. All the morality, all this about, this company's too, like, really, if you could just put money in a certain place and make money off of it, that's really all that matters at the end of the day. As I close, I want to say this. Bill Gates buying a particular company, I think, again, it's just about buying the dip. Any other companies that are like a rival, it's the same thing. Everyone wants to make money. That's the bottom line. And it should be the bottom line. But I think what my man was saying right here was right on point as I close, that you have certain entities that aren't really focused on making money for the company. Maybe they make money for themselves in a different kind of way. I'm not sure what the revenue strategy, I'm not sure what the strategy to make money is if the company doesn't make money directly, like from selling beer. If you are a company that comes in and says, okay, you have to adhere to all these woke principles, and the actual company that's selling the product loses money, I'm not sure how the company that comes in and tells them they need to do X, Y, and Z makes any money. I don't know how that works, but I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on Bill Gates buying beer companies? Heineken, Anheuser-Busch. What's the objective? Just to make money? How about these other entities that are involved in it? I think they're all there to make money, but whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.